What is modern man in the eyes of the Mother of Gods? Without a doubt, she sees them as a complete nonentity. By modern men we mean far from the worst representatives of the human race, not murderers or crooks of different caliber, not at all. A modern person is a person with a so-called higher education, proud of his so-called knowledge, which was hammered into him or her in the form of capital truths for many years, spent in the walls of the so-called higher educational institutions. This person who has some rudiments of conscience and even able to occasionally experience remorse of this very conscience is by and large a complete egoist. As a rule, he knows how, if he knows at all, to do one thing in life. If he is a doctor, then he is only a doctor, and often very mediocre. He is not a doctor and a linguist, not a doctor and a builder, not a doctor and a specialist in nuclear physics, who can, if necessary, put together a tolerable chair or a table, make a garden, and along the way be able to cook tasty and healthy food, figuring out how to repel the attack of two armed bandits, having only a baseball bat in his hands. Such a person is just one thing: doctor, engineer, pilot, economist. In a word, a kind of specialist in one field. Yes, he may have some kind of hobby, which consists in the ability, in a special way, usually quite stupid like himself, to kill God-given time, being fond of football, computer games, riding some roller skates, or collecting stamps. The list here is endless and too well known to everyone to waste time listing it. The funny thing about this so-called man is that, knowing only a grain of knowledge and practically not knowing how to do anything worthy, he, however, has the arrogant confidence to judge everything with the learned look of an expert, and, funny as it may seem, has ready-made answers to all the questions. What such a modern person understands the best is politics. He has no equal here. He finds no such pleasure in anything as in criticizing those who hold power and their actions. Don't feed him bread, but just let him talk. By the way, this is one of the key characteristics of a modern man: verbiage. As he is insignificant, his main motive is the desire to endlessly prove to everyone his expertise in what he doesn't have the slightest idea about. Whatever happens, such a creature is eager to speak out. There is no will in a modern man. The lack of will he compensates with stubbornness, with extravagance, a passion to contradict, and with strong desires in those areas that should be avoided: sexual excesses, alcohol, drugs, and worst of all, consumerism of goods and services not on the basis of necessity but caused by vanity and an inferiority complex. As in a modern person, there is either a complete lack of conscience, or it is only in the rudiment, but egoism is hypertrophied, then such a person is not capable of loving. he simply uses his loved ones and loves his husband or wife only as long as they suit him or her. The word loves, as it is already clear, we put in quotation marks, as it has nothing to do with genuine love, but it contains a very simple principle. As long as you suit me, I will suit you. As soon as disappointment comes, love disappears somewhere. There is a lot to say about what a modern person is, only it's too disgusting. Jesus was a man about whom it is not disgusting to talk, even many centuries after his passing. It is not disgusting to talk about Lomonosov, Isaac Newton, Leonardo da Vinci, Leo Tolstoy, or George Gurdjieff, for example. And why? These ones are similar human beings sought to live their lives in such a way as to reveal themselves as fully as possible in the maximum possible number of sciences, arts, and skills, to know life as a whole, objectively, and on their own experience, in order to judge things holistically and truly, and not on the principle of some woman said. They were aware that knowing many other things helps to more accurately and correctly understand the knowledge of a particular thing. These beings, I deliberately do not use the word people in relation to them, as it offends their greatness. They knew the laws of the universe, knew the answers to most of the questions of life. And what is the most important is that these answers were correct. They were correct due to their following the principle of universal development of the human being. A person should be able to do a lot, but not just one thing, and even then with grief and half. To understand politics really well, for example, you need to know the people who make this policy and to know them personally, as well as to know the forces behind these people, the motives of their actions and the goals they follow. Moreover, you need to be one of these people who make politics, that is, have personal and direct practical, not theoretical experience of participating in political processes. You need to know the forces in the global arena, their goals and desires, real, not declared to the public, in order to understand the actions of the authorities, understand correctly. So why am I talking about it? I'm talking to make you understand. Only the principle of universality in development can open the way to true knowledge. Everything should be fine in a person: body, soul, thoughts, and actions, and he himself should know and be able to do everything, or almost everything. Then he has the right to be called a man. The biological fact of species similarly alone doesn't give the right to this word. In animals it gives, but a person is not an animal, no matter how much anyone would like it to be so. So what attitude does Mother Kali have to everything I have said above? Oddly enough, she has, and the most direct and immediate one. Kali is time and also death. Everything in this world has a deadline. Any living being, both an animal and a person, is given some time. It is given to a person so that he discards all false ideas about his importance and understands his complete insignificance before the Almighty, so that he becomes modest and quiet, striving for self-realization to the maximum possible level as a human being, not just as a representative of a particular profession. A person must give up the ego, must surrender themselves to the Divine Mother, and put themselves at her mercy. It is not at all surprising that people live so little, age so quickly, and die without ever reaching wisdom. They forgot their mother. Children who do not honor their mother are cursed. Their destiny is suffering. That's why the whole world is immersed in suffering. People have forgotten that the goddess of time and death is their mother. They stopped honoring her, but she hadn't forgotten them. Mother remembers. Every sinner must be saved. What is the salvation of the sinner? The right answer is this. Salvation is in death. In order to free the soul from the vicious circle of sins, from further aggravation of karma, Mother Kali comes and cuts off his head, or her head, cuts the head of an ignorant one. By her great mercy, she frees a human being from his or her stupid life in order to give him or her the opportunity to start a new life, in a new body, to become a spiritual and intelligent human being. Ignorance has made people greedy. They don't want to build temples to the goddess Kali. Fools do not know that the one who worships Kali will never see death. The one who loves the mother will be saved by her from the shackles of karma and the endless chain of rebirth. A love for the mother can heal and transform a human being, make him or her godlike and liberated. Nothing helps so much in spiritual evolution as a donation to the goddess. Nothing elevates the soul more than the desire to share everything you have with your mother. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, to donate to the temple for the mother, so that you can be saved from degradation while living in the society of egoists and degenerates. If you have a temple, then there will be a community. And if there is a community, then the mother will stay with you all the days and nights of your staying on this damn planet. She will protect you and help you in your genuine and the only possible human evolution. Glory to Mother Kali forever and ever.